In this video, I want to show you how to upload a template to Google Drive and then insert footnotes. So I've downloaded the template from the assignments page on the course website, and I'm just going to find that document here on in my downloads folder, and I'm going to drag it over to Drop Files here. So here is the template that I downloaded from the assignments webpage, and now I'm just going to open that up, double click on it, and go ahead and open it with Google Docs. Take it a minute to transfer it out of Microsoft Word. And now it's in Google Docs, and it's all set with the right, a little bit more than an inch and a quarter on the left, inch and a quarter margin on the right. It's got the page numbers in there. It's got the heading in single space, the title, and all the body of the paper is double spaced. But let's say I want to add a footnote. I'm going to place the cursor right after the sentence where that footnote's going to go. Even if the thing I'm quoting or alluding to is at the beginning of the sentence, you don't want to interrupt the sentence with a footnote, so you're going to put it after the final period. And I want to point out that when you put a footnote in and cite your source, there are a lot of different formats that every discipline uses for how to cite the source. The one that we're using in this class is found on the course website. Let me show you where. When we're on our class website here, there's always a tab for the style sheet. When you click on that, it takes you to this page I use for all my classes, and you can just go down to the notes section to see how footnotes should be formatted. Later, when you do a bibliography, you'll be going to that section. But right now, in the notes section, there's a bunch of stuff on how to, and then you get down into how to format the actual quote, citations, whether it's the Bible or an online Bible, or book, ebook, dissertation, essay, and edited volume, and so on. Most often you'll be quoting from books or journal articles down here. And you'll notice that there's two formats given. One is the first citation you would make to a source, which gives all the publication information. And then the second time or after that you refer to that same source, you can abbreviate the reference. So let's do this in our paper. In Google Docs, you just place your cursor where you want the footnote, go to the Insert tab and insert footnote. It automatically superscripts it. It'll automatically keep the numbers in sequence, which is what you want. The one thing it won't do is indent that first line of the footnote a little bit like it needs to be. So you're going to have to use the ruler to do that. And you want to make sure you're seeing this ruler here at the top of the page. It's always available from the View menu. I've got it checked. So once we're in the footnote, with your cursor down there, you're going to try to grab just that little blue rectangle at the top and pull it over a little bit, just about like that, and you'll see that it indents the first line of your footnote, and now you can start typing. Now in these short papers that we often do in class, you're just using in-class textbooks, the things we're reading already for class. So I just need to cite the book that we're reading for class. But this first time, I do have to cite the full thing. So the citation is on the syllabus. I'm just copying it off there. Here's the full title, Publications. Then I have to put the publication information in parentheses. And then I would put the single page that I'm actually citing from in this particular footnote. In footnotes, you always have to reference the page that you got the idea from. Now, the next time I quote from Finn, whether it's this sentence or later on in the paper, I can do a shortened version of that same reference. Again, insert footnote. Again, unfortunately, we're going to have to indent it, but I'll show you a shortcut for how to do that in just a minute. Right now, let's just type the note. It's just the author's last name, the first part of the title of the book, and then the page number I'm working with for this sentence. Now, as I mentioned, you could format this citation the same way that you did the other one by clicking on that little blue rectangle and dragging it over. Or to make sure that it's the exact same footnote as the other, put your cursor in the good note, click on this little paint roller, and then click in your new note. And it'll copy the formatting of that paragraph or line into the new line. So that's a good tip to know for Google Docs.